Unitarian informative speech. How many of you have ever been injured or needed surgery, just by a quick show of hands? Before we came onto campus, we all needed a form of health insurance, whether we purchased it from the school or it was from our parents. The reason we do that is because we prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. 4 years ago, my mother had a horrible injury, and she needed surgery. But because she had prepared for the worst, she had health insurance from her employer. There are over 4 million small businesses in America, and 62% of them don't provide any form of health insurance, which means millions of people are left on their own to purchase health insurance with the premiums that have been raising for over 10 years. Recent efforts by President Obama include the Affirmative Care Act, which is an attempt to help all Americans, including employers of small businesses that have low revenue, get a form of health insurance. The ACA contains laws such as the 80-20 rule and the Small Business Healthcare Tax Credit in order to help the employers who are sometimes usually unnoticed. One of the laws of the ACC that will affect small business owners' decisions to provide health insurance is known as the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is a rule that indirectly helps lowers premiums for small businesses by restricting all health insurance companies. Now, all health insurance companies can only direct 20% of their total revenue towards profit or salaries, marketing, and overhead costs. The other remaining 80% must go towards actual medical care for their customers or health care improvements. Now, how does this help small businesses? If less than 80% of the health insurance revenue is directed towards medical care or health care improvements, then the remaining must be rebated back to the paying customers in the form of a check, reduced future payments, or other benefits. And that's according to Devin Dyer, a digital reporter who covers White House press releases. Insurance companies' premiums will have to be lowered because to operate efficiently, they need to reduce the amount of money they rebate back to the customers, because that takes up time and resources. Therefore, they need to lower their total revenue, in order to meet that quota. In the short time that the law has been enacted, over 4,400 companies in California last June received a total rebate of over $3.5 million, according to Charlie Moore, a founder of Rocket Lawyer, which specializes in small businesses. Now, the law has not been intact for a long period of time. However, it has already made a significant contribution. In addition to the 80-20 rule, the ACA also includes the Small Business Healthcare Tax Credit. What this is a tax credit to small business owners who give health insurance or help provide health insurance to each of their employees. Now, currently, small business owners are not required to give health insurance to their employees if they have under 50. However, if they do, and if they pay for at least 50% of the total cost of health insurance, then they're eligible to receive a credit up to 50% of the total contribution they made of the total cost of their employees' health insurance costs, according to official government healthcare reports. In addition to covering 50% of the total cost, having less than 25 employees, the average salary of an employee must be under $50,000. This is in order to target the low to medium income employees who are more likely not to purchase healthcare because of the increasing costs. The Small Business Healthcare Tax Credit has been approved by the majority of Americans. However, it is still unclear if that is enough to encourage small business owners to provide health care insurance. The 80-20 rule and the small healthcare tax credit was implemented in, was implemented to help lower premium costs and to encourage workers and owners to maximize the productivity and to make sure everyone is covered. Both laws promote equality and help protect everyone who contributes to American society. Unfortunately, 90% of small businesses have seen an increase in premiums since these two laws have been into effect, and no one is quite sure why, according to Kent Hoover, a Washington bureau chief. But by offering insurance to their employees, we help underprotected get protected, the unnoticed get noticed, and everyone can prepare for the worst and hope for the best.